Friends and colleagues, what are you passionate about? Passionate.
The Passion Show on CFRU 93.3 FM Guelph, Ontario. With Wizard.
I'm a water wizard, Harry.
With
Hello world, you are listening to The Passion Show with Wizard on CFRU 93.3 FM. It's a do-it-together radio show all about passions and the people who have them. My name is Wizard.
My name is Summer.
Summer!
Hey, I'm back!
Summer.
You thought this was the last of me.
3 summers,
I keep trying to get
amount
away.
of times you'd be on this GD radio show.
Yeah.
SOM3R, they're calling
SOM3R, yeah. I'm officially, as mentioned, the Alec Baldwin of the show.
Exactly.
Don't know how I feel about it yet.
Should feel good. He's a talented.
Right.
But also, there's that one time.
Right. There's a few times. Yeah.
Hey,
I like it in praxis.
Yeah, you know what? It's true.
Yeah.
Yeah, SOM3R. It's finally happened.
Yeah, SOM3R, just like our third mic over here.
Exactly. The third mic. Yeah, a little known fact about it.
This is hot off the press. No one has been told this yet unless you've been on the show.
Unless you've been on the show, you wouldn't know that there's 3 microphones in here. Microphone 1, that's Wizard's microphone.
Microphone 2, right over here.
Microphone 3, actually.
Oh, I'm the third?
You're microphone 3.
Oh,
Because what is in between us?
The second.
Microphone 2, and who does
you know
microphone
what?
2 record?
There's a reason I'm not good at math, everybody.
Who does microphone 2 record? Summer?
Microphone 2 records the voice above.
Exactly.
Otherwise known as God, I guess.
Yeah, I guess, or something
and
like that.
or whatever, I don't know.
The higher power.
Whatever you like to call it.
I think it's meaningful that that microphone is number 2 and it's literally between you and I.
You're right. It makes sense.
Because what is a higher power if not the connection between, human beings?
I'm always saying that.
You're always saying you're liable to say that at any given time.
Thank you.
Welcome back to the show.
Thank you. It's so exciting to be here for a third time and to be the only person who's been here for a third time besides you.
Besides me. Exactly.
What time is it for you? 60?
60, no, not quite 6. Yeah, 60, no, 58 I think is
Huge.
this number.
You're really putting that
like
pattern
that.
down. Yeah.
I don't know. It's been a bunch. There've been a lot of them. I just can't stop, won't stop, baby.
And that's what I like to hear. You're allowed.
Exactly. They let me in here. Every time the key card works, it means that CFRU is deciding to officially endorse whatever I have to say.
Who else is out there talking about passions?
No one.
Exactly.
There's no other. There's a lot of
no
other
one is
cool
passionate.
shows. There are cool shows on this radio. In fact, there's some amazing shows on here, but none of them are called The Passion Show with Wizard other than mine.
That's so true. I agree.
Let that be known. You have such a big amount of pieces of paper in front of you.
I do have a lot of paper in front of me right now.
I would really like to hear about that.
Okay, what?
But before we get to that,
Okay.
I've been thinking about this for a few days.
Okay.
And I want to proposition you a little bit.
I'm ready.
This is hot off the press for you. We haven't talked about this in advance.
No.
I wanted to keep it for the radio and
I'm
so
ready.
you can hear your official. You're like, come on, Wizard, get to the point.
No.
Okay, you know what? I'll get to the point on my own time.
Yeah, you can meander.
My proposition for you is simple.
Okay.
If you take the CFRU volunteer orientation, I think you should do like a limited series passion show. You become the host.
Limited series passion show.
Yeah, do like a 5-episode passion show stint.
On your behalf,
it would be on it would be in my time slot. It would be the passion show.
Huge.
But it would be the passion show with Summer.
Like I'm just the only one there?
Yeah.
Or I'm having guests?
You have guests, but
Sold.
Yeah. You're into that?
Yep.
Let's go.
I would love to grandfather in some capacity.
Go, exactly. Because my thinking is just that, like, the passion show with Wizard isn't actually what it's called. It's just called the passion show.
Heard.
And I say the passion show with Wizard because when I do it, it's the passion show with Wizard. There's no reason that I couldn't get a guest host to come in.
True.
And you know this show better than anyone.
I would literally love nothing more.
And the cool thing about that is that you'll be able to... You have access to people that I don't have access to.
This is true. This is true.
The 5 guests you get in are going to likely be guests that I wouldn't.
Yeah, they would not be from the outdoor school.
No, exactly. The outdoor school or like Basically just the outdoor school.
Tea.
And I've been having more high school friends on recently, so that's kind of fun.
That's awesome.
They definitely wouldn't be my high school friends.
No, I can guarantee.
And you know, the big reason, one of the big reasons,
Okay.
my main big reason I proposition you this way is because I know that I know you and I know you'd enjoy that.
You're correct, yes.
And the other reason is I'm really jealous of every human person in the world other than me, because they all can do something that I can't, which is listen to this show with fresh ears.
That's so true. So what I'm hearing is this is a slightly selfish desire for you to be able to listen as though...
Yeah, to listen
Like
to an
a
episode of The Passion Show and not
entrance
remember
to
it from my own life.
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense.
And I do think that a lot of good deeds are, and then maybe in fact ought to be fueled by a little bit of selfish desire.
Well, yeah, hopefully.
Because, you know, to serve the self, I think, is holy and beautiful.
Yeah, the self is the other, or whatever they said.
Yeah, something,
something, etc. Yeah.
So I'm happy.
Okay.
I'm happy you're on board.
I'm on
with
board.
this.
I'm on board.
Let's go.
Say less, I'm in.
All
Put
right.
me in, coach.
This is already a historic episode, even other than just it being the first ever squeakquel.
Yeah, the squeakquel.
But this is episode where the Passion Show with Summer was pitched to the good people.
And you heard it here first, listeners.
Yeah, folks, dear listeners, you did in fact hear it here first.
Yeah, alongside myself. Awesome.
Maybe it even airs right after this episode, you know, who knows.
Perfect.
We have a pretty long time before this episode comes out. Folks, we're recording this in October, early October, no less.
Yeah.
So, hello, future.
Hello,
November. You guys must be cold.
It must be so dark.
Oh, that's like to meet you, future.
Oh, the time changed.
You're driving in your car listening to the show as one does, and you're like, it's dark outside. 'Cause
Yeah.
It's 9:06.
You get home from work, pitch black.
Pitch black. Man. Tend to hit the sack. Betty buys for you.
Eek.
But not
Poor.
us. Right now, warm paradise.
Summer-like weather.
Summer like it is straight up Octogust over here.
And I'm always saying it's like Octogust out there. Wow, what a great phrase.
It's it's like Octogust.
Yeah, right.
Yeah,
right.
sure thing, Wizard. Everyone's always saying that all the
Yeah.
time. That's regular to say.
It's a normal thing to say. People have been saying that.
Excellent.
Sweet, I'm in.
All
Sold.
right. Now let's smoothly transition into this huge amount of.
Well, yeah,
prep that
I was
you
just
brought. I'm
as
gonna
you
give
were.
the reins.
Thank you. As you were doing that, I was thinking to myself, "Wow, this is going to be a shift in town." But not actually, because humor's so important. Am I
Humor
right?
is so important.
What are your thoughts on comedy?
I like it. I think it's good.
Yeah.
I think it's important. I
It's
think
so important.
Extremely important.
So today, guys, I want to talk about humor and comedy.
Let's go.
Parentheses as resistance.
Oh, base.
Because we live in a weird time, wouldn't you agree?
Yeah, I would tend to agree.
Like, there's a lot going on.
Certainly, like globally.
Globally, on a
as far
mass
as
scale.
conflict goes.
As far as conflict goes, as
and even
far as money.
at home, I would say as
At
well.
home, micro, macro, it's all happening.
We're not so far from conflict.
And I'm sure you, dear listener at home, are like, oh gosh, my budget is budgeting hard these days.
Yeah, word.
Fascism is on the rise globally. Eek, eek, eek.
Uh-oh.
And I've been thinking a lot about comedy in the face of all that recently.
Uh-huh.
And like TLDR, I feel like this is like kind of giving human pattern in the sense that like throughout history, there's just always been comedy as a tool to deal with bad, hard, difficult times, but also as a tool to be like, I'm not down with that. Actually, no, let's do something. So that's kind of what I want to talk about today.
That's cool. That's a good way to frame it. It's comedy can be kind of like a sword and like a shield.
Exactly. And it's also fun. Good times, smiles.
Yeah, right.
Like it's so multifaceted.
That's what works about it.
Yeah.
It's like the selfish thing. It's like our coping strategies should also serve us and be fun and beautiful.
Yeah, and like serve
make you
others.
giggle.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah. Have you ever heard tell of the term gallows humor?
Yeah, I know about gallows humor.
You've heard tell?
Yeah, from when I was in World War One. Is that the origin of that phrase?
Yeah, you were in World War One?
Yeah, you didn't know?
No. What platoon are you in?
The 101st Airborne.
Dang, we just missed each other.
Yeah, facts.
Exactly.
Wintersea Boone.
Guys, we're just making the form match the content by cracking some little jokes here and there.
This show is indeed a what is it called?
Intertextual.
That's right.
Yeah,
Intertextual analysis.
lining. Yeah. So yeah, for my homies at home who don't know what gallows humor is,
dear listeners.
Yeah. So basically, gallows humor, like, yes, World War I, but also became like a phenomenon that was like talked about a lot post and during World War II. And it, believe it or not, Germans said, what do we call this? Oh, it's gallows humor. In the sense that, like, during Nazi Germany and the rise of fascism at that time, people just like didn't know how to deal with the absurdity of what was happening and how things were shifting so quickly, and like turned to like this dark form of humor to sort of rationalize, make sense of what was going on, and then also like comfort each other. And as we said, multifaceted, like critique what was going on in a safe way. So as I'm looking down at my plethora of notes that Wizard so generously mentioned to you, dear listeners, who cannot see them. Like,
you can't see your notes? You can move this light for you.
That's my notes.
Oh, they can't see them.
No, I can.
Okay,
I can.
good.
The dim lighting does not affect me. My retinas are so important, and I have 60-foot dark vision.
Unreal. You could be in the 101st Airborne.
So yeah, this type of humor like emerged like during World War II, and a lot of the times it was like looked at through how in Czechoslovakia at the time, shoutouts, how, like, Hitler's presence in Czechoslovakia started to be made fun of in a huge way, which, like, fair enough. Like, he's like kind of a little diva with a little mustache. He's doing like really diva stuff. He's a failed artist. People are looking at him and going, what are you doing, girl? And because of that, and because of like all of the oppression that was happening within it, people needed like a way to fight back that wouldn't put themselves at risk. So they started making jokes about Hitler and the stuff happening to them. And it led to this like term being coined as gallows humor. Yeah. And I think on that note, it's so important to also point to the way that like humor, like as I was saying, humor can be resistance, the ways that if we tie it back to today, how humor can be used to be defiant in a safe way. So like I'm thinking about, I'm a podcast enjoyer. I'm sorry, radio listeners. I do enjoy a podcast or three.
There's
myself.
It's a similar world.
Yeah, similar. I love audio.
I can't deny this. As a real radio enjoyer, radio pilled guy. It's like it's a pretty similar space these days.
Yeah. So there's like a few like left-leaning podcasts that I super enjoy who have been just making such silly jokes recently, because as we all know, the man, the myth, the legend, Sir Donald Trump is causing a ruckus over the border and elsewhere, and is kind of, doing some fascist stuff, as one might say.
The Passion Show does not endorse that.
You heard it here first.
Folks.
The Passion Show does not endorse Trump fascism.
I disavow Trump fascism.
Yeah, and so this podcast that I listen to like on an almost weekly basis is started to get like threats from the administration of their content, because they're very explicitly leftist, and you know it's never good when someone's trying to censor art. Am I right?
No,
listeners at home, art is the final frontier of freedom of speech. Don't let people censor your art.
Yeah, no kizzy. That's for real.
Art is for the freaks and nerds, and you can say what you want.
Yeah, exactly. We expressors.
Yeah. So like there was some censorship going around, and this is post like late night being censored, post all of our homies being canceled by Donald Trump.
The Fallon Reckoning.
The Fallon Reckoning, the death of late night, which is its whole other thing, but it's interesting that it's dying from fascism. I didn't know that would happen. Yeah, right. I thought it would just be like ratings.
Dying from sucking.
Yeah. But, so like I've noticed a lot of entertainers and like public figures have been noticeably more careful with what they're saying in that country and how. And a beautiful thing that this podcast I listened to that has been doing recently is using irony in the hottest, most sexy way possible.
Oh,
and
sweet.
by going on like long tangents about everything that Trump is doing wrong, but being like, it's good, actually. We love when Donald Trump rounds up everyone and sends them into an alligator concentration camp. It's my favorite thing.
Yeah, it's so sweet.
Personally, I'm really aligned with his belief system, and I think he's so smart.
And then they can't get you.
And then the beauty of that in the American context is freedom of speech, parody laws, copyright laws, all those things create this nice little safe bubble in which people can express, nudge, nudge, wink, wink, what they actually think, without fear of reprimanding, without fear of censorship, without fear of many things.
I was listening to a really dorky and dry podcast earlier today about American censorship laws.
Yes.
And it makes me upset.
It makes me upset too.
I don't like censorship. I think it's bad.
I think censorship is bad too.
That's why I love the radio. Anyone can just make radio waves.
Yeah, the radio is beautiful.
You just shake around the air hard enough with electricity and it makes audio go everywhere.
Yeah.
It's so cool.
You're right. It is cool.
And podcasts are cool for the same reason.
Podcasts are cool, yeah.
Fine, whatever. I'll endorse podcasts a little.
Yeah, you're allowed. That's also really breaking news.
Cyberspace can be pretty cool.
Hey, true. I love audio and visual, but big audio fan
audio
over
was
here.
crazy. My ears were doing stuff.
Yeah. So things like that have been on my mind recently. So it's like, it's interesting to see the way patterns, but also if you tie it back, like back to like Nazi era fascism as opposed to like this like American sort of like led but also global rise of fascism. Like in Nazi Germany, they outlawed jokes. Like unironically, they said jokes, no, these are because they're powerful. In the same way that Donald Trump right now is mad at, albeit maybe terrible jokes on late night TV, he recognizes...
And he knows that they've got power.
He recognizes the power
sway
behind them. And people will have you believe that jokes are silly, goofy, and only that.
It's such a classic switch, eh? Because he like rides the wave of jokes into power 10 years ago.
Exactly.
But now he's...
he was 4channing that stuff up.
Yeah, for real. He that's what made his initial go at it so like transformative and transgressive. It's like, oh no, are these people really gonna learn and understand, stop being so stuffy and weird and harness comedy? But it's like, no, they can't because their hearts aren't right. Exactly. So like it does beckon me back to, as I was saying, Nazi Germany, and like there were jokes were outlawed, and I will give you like a literal direct quote from like an SS. Oh yes.
Let me scan.
Yes.
Okay. Oh wait, this is even a better tidbit. They outlawed, because it became such a phenomenon during Hitler in power. They outlawed the naming of animals Adolf.
Whoa!
They said no more people can name their animals
they put
Adolf
that into law.
because people were naming pigs Adolf, dogs Adolf, and they were using it as like political resistance. They're saying, "Oh yeah, look at this. Oh, Adolf's such a pig," because they can't. If they said that out loud, they could be literally sent to a concentration camp, shot on sight, beheaded. So they said, how else can I critique our current leader? I'll name my pig the same name. So that got outlawed as an example. And SS Commander Hammer literally said that like jokes against Nazi Germany were like the biggest threat to their power at the time. So people will have you believe that jokes are just silly, goofy gaffes. And they are. And it's fun and they build morale and it's silly and fun and it's a way to bond. But there's also some like crazy power behind laughter and laughing. You know, like you can take it down to like Simpsons pointing and laughing, ha moment. You can take it down.
Simpsons funny, Homer.
Exactly. And you can take it down to like what it means to be the one laughing at someone else or something else. That's a position of power to be in. Being able to look at something, whether it's like silly, bad, good, and laugh at it, puts you above that thing. And that's an important tool, especially because it's accessible by everyone. Everyone can point and laugh at something and do it safely.
We are all bound together in our enjoyment of Homer Simpson.
In the same way that
funny.
Exactly.
I do believe that. That is the truth.
No, exactly. And in the same way that it feels good to like cry together or like express emotions viscerally in other ways, laughter is also really good for you in the same way.
Sometimes The Simpsons even makes you cry.
Exactly.
You ever seen that episode Lisa's Substitute?
Yes.
Yeah, man. I tear up.
Me too. What's your take on court jesters?
I love court jesters, and they're funny.
Yeah, speaking of
with the hats and all.
With the hats, the bells.
The bells, yeah.
The jigs, the dances.
The jigs and dances and the, the funny little actions.
I love to be in jest.
Yeah, jesting.
Yeah.
I'm always doing that.
That's like another historical tidbit that I've been thinking about a lot recently is like the power of jesters within like, not just, people assume that court jesters are just like a medieval court thing.
I certainly might perhaps be someone with that assumption.
And that makes a lot of sense. We live in a Eurocentric world, people.
Yeah, facts, for real.
Yeah, but it actually originated from ancient Egypt.
All right.
Court jesters did.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, so they've always been related to like a monarch or like a person of power, having them sort of around as not just someone to like entertain, but also as an advisor. Mm-hmm. So they had a position of power, and were often able to like say things that would get other people beheaded because they were doing it out of humor. So they would be able to like critique the king, the queen. They'd be able to make comments on what they should or shouldn't do through the medium of comedy and actually have influence on public policies, proceedings, things like that. If anyone else in the court or under a monarch said anything like that, they would be literally dead.
Out of here.
Yeah. So there's so much power with comedy. It really, throughout history, has allowed humans to say what they think and create influence on structures of power as well as critique them. And yeah, Jester is just another good example of that. Yeah. I don't know. Humor's so cool.
Humor is super cool. You're so right.
Humor's awesome. All my friends love to laugh.
My friends love to laugh.
My homies love laughing.
I love laughing. I'm a big laugher.
Me too, dude. Me too. Another thing about like gallows humor at the time too, like circling back to World War II, is like there's a lot of books about oh my gosh, did anyone just hear my phone? Guys, I just committed a sin.
What sin?
Recording sin.
Of having your phone
My phone not as
No, not. Maybe it's a recording sin, but it's not a passion show sin.
Okay.
The dear listeners of this show, they love these behind the scenes glimpses.
Thank God.
Don't worry though, Summer. I'll cut that out. Wink.
Wink. Where was I after I was so rudely interrupted?
Whatever is after court gestures.
Herd chef.
This is so. I love this robust pile of papers you have here. I'm just like content. I'm like literally cranked back in my seat. I'm just like taking on a ride, taking on a magic carpet ride.
I love that for you.
Of you having some stuff to talk about. Figure it out.
Yeah. So another thing that happened in World War II is like a lot of people who survived concentration camps would talk about the ways in like books and discussions afterwards about how they coped through that and survived through that. And humor credited every time.
Yeah.
There's like
your word for it.
There's this one book by Elie Wiesel where she talks about being in Auschwitz and like literally remembers like specific jokes that people told to get through situations. One of them was like regarding the quality of food that they would be eating, but needing to eat it to survive. Like oftentimes in concentration camps, the food that they had was either non-existent or rotting or foul or like in very minuscule amounts. So they would always like make jokes to each other about, oh, don't eat too much. We won't be able to carry you to the next room and stuff like that, even though they were in like a malnutrition, like inhumane state. So like thinking of ways to take situations you're in as like human beings that can be really oppressive, oppressed people are often able to find ways to cope with said atrocities by making light of it, by having humor, by being able to...
Making light. That's a great phrase.
Making light of dark is so important. Yeah. Yeah.
It's like a beautiful... I never thought about that phrase, making light.
Yeah. And again, laughter's good for you. Laughing with the homies, really physically good for your body.
Yeah, for real.
Yeah. So
get that serotonin... pumping.
Yeah, exactly, dude. Exactly. So I don't know. There's just so many historical implications with this, but also it just, again, I'm thinking about things like, what's another good example? Any TikTokers out there, dear listeners?
Not this guy.
Any Instagram Reel users?
I'm an Instagram Reel. Look at her. I did make that one. Did you see the one with all the pictures?
Yes, I did.
It's a cute little video.
Yes, I did see that. I saw that passion show reel.
I worked on that for like a month before I posted that. I was so excited.
You're so real for that.
I'm so real for that. Oh, God. I'm sorry.
You're
no, I'm
allowed.
not sorry. Avow.
Ha ha ha. It's the joke episode.
It's a joke. It's a joke
It's
about...
the comedy is healing episode. It's
Yeah,
the comedy
right.
as resistance.
Comedy is... I'm joking about Instagram Reels because I hate it.
And that's something to be mad about,
Yeah, right?
unironically.
I'm mad that I love it. Is
I'm
the
mad
real
that it
thing.
takes my attention so
It does
effortlessly.
such a good job
Yeah.
of taking my attention and making me happy and giggle. And
Yeah, and
it's
that's
just
what they
wormed its
want.
way. Yeah, they did a good job. The engineers did a good job. They did a good job.
They did it exactly.
And they're in my brain
Instagram
now.
is doing a really good job at indoctrinating all of us and making all of our attention spans worse. And
Yeah,
they're so
facts.
good at it.
They're so good. They do such a good job.
Yeah.
Okay, so it goes. At least I can put my good little cute video on there.
And you're right. On that note, I don't know if anyone has seen on said like platforms and like short form content. There was like a joke going around a few months ago where like people were like, someone has to do it. Who's gonna do it?
Oh yeah, I liked that. That was fun.
So who's gonna do it? And if you don't know what I'm talking about, I'll be explicit.
Don't worry. Who's gonna do it? Someone
So, like,
will.
This
probably.
like little like ironic little phrase went around about. No one actually explicitly said what it was about, but everyone inherently knew.
Yeah, we all
and
know.
that is beautiful. And I'm not going to say it because
Yeah, I think it's better. This
someone
way.
has to do it. By the way, eventually.
Yeah, I mean, I figure that in the fullness of time.
Yeah, and the beautiful thing about that little trend and that little joke is it was a safe joke to make, but it really allowed people to like be critical of positions of power. It allowed people to be aware of how bad things are currently and how someone does have to do something about it.
Someone's got to do it.
Someone's got to do it. And that just saying those words led to a whole movement of like young people agreeing that someone should do that, which is a form of a political action. Yeah. It is a form of resistance. And you sit behind the safety of not explicitly saying what you're talking about.
Yeah.
And that is so beautiful. Like people would have just like kind of waved that off as a silly trend or like something that was pregnant at the time and funny. And I'm sure some news station covered it and did a really annoying job.
I saw a few articles about it.
Okay, yeah. So like
people were mad.
People were mad, but that's because it's powerful.
Exactly.
Like no one making a joke in that way where you're not putting your own safety on the line, but you are still able to really clearly get across what you're actually saying and the intent behind what you're saying to a mass audience and everyone understands without explicitly saying a word. That's awesome.
Yeah, it's powerful.
That's resistance, and it's also like a way of just like being like, yeah, I'm kind of tired.
Yeah.
Can we stir the pot?
Someone's gotta wrap this up.
I'm ready for the next chapter.
This has been a long one.
So yeah, that multifacetedness of a little joke can really go crazy.
Yeah, facts. Oh, here we go. Page 2.
Page 2. I mean, I'm leafing.
Oh, this is so sweet. The last Pages episode I had was EJ's pirate episode. Did you listen to that?
I did listen to the pirate episode. I'm a big fan of pirates myself.
Oh, good. Yes. I love. And hey, everyone who comes on here without notes, that's also amazing.
Yeah, I've been both of those people.
Example.
I just wanted to try this out.
Exactly. I just like the relative rareness of my sweet note episodes, and so it always sort of tickles me.
Yeah, you get to hear the
someone comes
tangible
with notes. Yeah, it gives some good ASMR to the good people as well. Oh yeah. Oh wow, with the 3D. There we go. Yeah, now it's everywhere. Stereo paper crinkling.
Put some reverb on that.
Oh no.
Yeah. So humor's cool or whatever.
Yeah, true. Actually true.
Actually huge and true. Yeah, like also just throughout, like even going back further than like when gallows humor became like a thing that people talked about and post World War II and such. There's also like, have you ever heard tell of? Oh, I feel even annoying bringing this up. I'm going to. Have you heard tell of? Have you heard tell of the phrase juvenile?
Juvenile?
Yes.
Like the word?
Yes, correct.
Yeah, I know that word. I've heard that English word.
Yeah. Do you know anything about its origin?
Oh, we're getting into the Passion Show famous what's it called? The origin of words.
Yeah. Etymology.
Etymology.
Yeah.
We're getting to. How did I forget the word etymology? It's
kind of beautiful. It kind of makes
because we've had this segment like a dozen times on this show. Yeah, Passion Show Etymology Corner. Let's run it. What is the origins of juvenile?
Okay, so there's this guy, and he liked to do satire.
Yeah, Johnny Juven.
I mean, you're not far off. I literally honestly can't think of his first name right now, but his last name was Juvenalian or something like that.
Really?
Yes, and he was like a satirist. He went big on satire.
He's a satirist? Does that mean he'll have like goat legs?
Yep.
Nice. Okay.
Correct.
Okay, continue.
And his like form of satire was also happening at the same time that a similar well-respected person. They were a bit like apart in time, but oftentimes like when people are analyzing comedy, they'll compare their two versions of satire with one another, which is Horatian. So there's Horatian satire and there's juvenile satire.
Horatian is like Horatio?
Sure. Yeah, actually,
Like,
probably. There's probably definitely a link there with that name.
Okay.
But like Horatian is when you're doing it to like you're using satire with the intent to mock someone or like challenge power, or it's like more
directional.
It's more directional. It's a little bit more malignant. It's a little bit more like evil vibes, but like valid.
Yeah, real.
Yeah, so that, and then there's also like juvenile, which is sort of a bit more like what you would assume, a little bit more silly, campy, a little bit more, oh, I jest, oh, I play.
Like maybe to go back to The Simpsons.
If you will.
The Simpsons is kind of like that. A little
Sure,
more juvenile and it's satire.
Yeah.
Because, Homer Simpson?
Yeah, I'm familiar with his work.
Funny. Go!
Yeah,
Aww.
so I think like...
Marge. Bart.
Yeah, you're hitting all the why I oughta, yeah.
Yeah, and then of course there's Lisa and Maggie as well.
Yeah, what do you have to say about them?
I love them. They're like friends. They're like friends and family to me.
That's so true.
See, I like the Passion Show always. I always have to be a different wizard on this show to match my guest. Okay. And you're bringing such like peak, incredible. You're really serving intellectual. Lecture.
What can I say?
Professor of comedy. That I feel like my default role that I have to get into.
Cop it.
Yeah, I have to like good professor, bad student.
And that's fair enough.
But that's part of the that's part of the fun of this episode, I guess.
And you're right.
We've got a little Abbott and Costello going.
I would agree with you. That's what a comedy duo does.
Exactly.
gotta riff, gotta play off one another. Yeah.
Exactly. Like Lenny and Carl.
Yeah, exactly like Lenny and Carl. Oh gosh.
You're really the Millhouse to my Bart.
Thank you.
You're like a nerd with glasses, and I'm like skateboarding around.
Thank you so much. That's such a huge compliment.
Anyways, eat my shirts. Carry on. Continue.
Yeah, I guess like my point of bringing up the origins of different types of satire is those were often like in political context, because these guys were being the equivalent of like Elon Musk on Twitter at the time, where they were just like writing to each other angrily in like printing press, and then people were like, whoa, these guys are fighting like about like politics and morals, but they're also like satirizing and making jokes about each other. So like the origin of comedy itself is political already. Like
or at least this like version.
This version, but also like looking back at like the word comedy comes from the man, the myth, the legend, our
Conan
theater
O'Brien.
god. I wasn't ready for that. I would venture to disagree.
Oh yeah?
I'm more of a Norm Macdonald girl myself.
They're buddies. They're friends. They're famous.
I know. That's why I had to say
it. Of course.
Another good duo that play off of each other.
Yo, real.
Much like us.
You and I can fight over who gets to be Norm.
Well, right now I think you're being Norm.
Yeah.
Which is weird because you're the host.
See, that's a special thing.
Right now you're norming up and I'm Conaning up, but really it should be the other way around, guys. I should be stirring the pot.
Maybe this is revealing why I made you the proposition I did at the top of the hour.
Heard chef. I'm there.
So
and on that note, so comedy's political, guys. No matter how you slice it. The term comedy came from like theory related to theater. And why can't I think of his name? Who's our theater god?
Who's our theater god?
I think is it literally Plato? Probably.
Yeah, probably. I don't know.
What's that?
Like
Oh, no, it's
Socrates,
Aristotle. It's Aristotle. I was
There
like,
you
why
go.
can't I think of the name? Aristotle is our theater god. He said tragicomedy or whatever.
Yeah.
He said acting and such.
Yeah, he said acting, he said theater, he said plays.
And he also was the first guy who said comedy. Probably not true, but that's where we got it.
Interesting. That's cool. I didn't
and-
know that the word comedy had such origins like that.
Well,
But I mean, I guess those like
yeah,
super
'cause
duper
he was,
early
like,
Greek
yes, and he
plays
was like breaking.
established those genres.
He was breaking down like what theater is
Uh-huh.
itself. So he was like, comedy's a thing. We like to laugh.
True.
And at the time, that was already like inherently political. Like a lot of Greek theater and like theory around comedy had to do with like pointing at people in power and going, haha, no. Again, here we are. We circle back to today. And yet again, because through the lens of art, through the lens of comedy, you're able to do and say stuff that you wouldn't be able to say otherwise without dire circumstances being inflicted upon you. Yeah.
I wonder if they're doing like little comedy plays on like the steps of the Pantheon
You
on
know
the
what?
Acropolis.
Likely.
Probably seems about right.
I believe it. Yeah, I don't know. I'm
Yeah, you do.
okay.
You got a bunch of things you know on that page there.
True. What do you think about trouble?
I love
What do you
getting
think
into
about
it.
tricksters?
That's me, just like me for real.
Clowns, fools, jesters.
Yeah. These are all things I
When
said
you-
on my report card at one point or another.
So, what do you think about those phrases? Like, what's behind those identities?
in what sense?
I don't know. Just off the top of it, like, when you think about what do they all have in common?
Like clown, trickster.
Yeah. What does that mean though to be a trickster?
Oh, it means poking a little fun.
Yeah.
It means not like explicitly not accepting
Yeah.
societal roles.
Yeah, it means stirring the pot.
Stirring the pot. Yeah,
Making a
also
scene.
just making a little, playing a prank, being unpredictable,
Exactly.
moving in different ways.
Exactly, dude.
That's the way, like the ways that I move.
Exactly. So, like, all I'm trying to get across is, like, no matter how you slice it, you can look at comedy from different angles, whether it's, like, comedy on stage, a little tweet, a kid in a class making a prank at his teacher,
Spitball.
putting a whoopee cushion on the chair. All
Putting
of
a
these
little
things...
pin on the chair and your dash, and the teacher.
All
says,
these
"Look."
things are ways to exercise your power over like systems of oppression, whether it's a kid in a class or Donald Trump saying no comedy is not allowed. And
Comedy is
they'll have you
not
believe
allowed.
those loser fascists will have you believe that we're the snowflakes, but
Yeah,
we're not
right?
canceling their
Literally
shows
babies.
or whatever.
Literally, goo goo gaga. She's like the teacher in the
Comedy's
Incredibles.
illegal now.
He's
well,
like, look at what Dash did.
you asked for it. Comedy's illegal. Well, you kind of asked for that, guys.
Yeah, really. They can never take the radio away from us.
Huge
They can
and
never
true.
take Homer Simpson
Well,
away
actually,
from
on
me.
that point, like, just to be explicit, like, if it gets to the point where they do make stuff like this illegal, hello
gonna
everyone,
keep-
hi everyone in Canada. Usually, stuff that happens in America usually takes about 5 years to hit us. Just saying that out
Yeah,
loud
people
for
love
my
to be so
homies.
precious about like the ooh, oh,
Yeah.
look at these stinky Americans. Oh,
Yeah.
we're so different because we're a little bit north.
Guys, we both come from like the British.
Yeah, let's be so real.
like that's rough.
So basically, what I'm getting at is that if they ever make radio and funny passion show radio illegal, I'm not going anywhere.
No, this is a final frontier of free speech, guys. Art and comedy. You got to keep making your jokes, even if they try and gallow you for it. You got to gallow humor.
Exactly. The passion show
There's a
is
reason,
an idea. It's
like
a
I
people.
said,
It's a network.
there's a reason the Nazis outlawed jokes about Hitler. There's a reason that Donald Trump is canceling late night shows no matter how bad the jokes on there are.
Word.
It's because they're powerful and they make a difference and they are a form of resistance, and it makes people listen and go, that's kind of true. Because it's also it's an accessible way to give information. It's not insufferable. You're not sitting there listening to an academic person like myself yap and yap. Because
Exactly.
like someone just cracks a joke. They're like, oh yeah, Donald Trump has really bad hair and also he's not paying for my health care. And then people can be like, that's true.
That's
point.
how I've been moved over the years.
Yeah.
It's true. It's just like
Yeah.
plainly true.
Yeah.
That
In what way? Could you give me like any anecdote in any form? I'm just curious.
just like
If I may.
seeing funny stuff on Twitter.
Yeah,
and
dude.
being made to
Making it fun to consume.
exactly.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to bleep that.
Oh, sorry. I didn't even realize.
No, it's okay. 38:45. The people love when they get to hear a little bird sound. Tweet, tweet.
Tweet, tweet.
I'll use that one. Tweet,
Speaking,
tweet.
oh my god, that actually just reminded me of another example of humor as resistance that I've been seeing online recently.
Okay.
Is like women and like queer people and femme presenting people coming up with ways to like retort against catcallers in a way that keeps them physically safe. Because all my homies out there who relate know that like you're often in positions where you get catcalled or harassed on the street and you don't want to just like outwardly show your anger towards it because you don't know how someone could react or if they could get violent.
Yeah.
You don't want to ignore it because that feels wrong in your body to ignore someone being like not treating you with respect.
Yeah.
So I've seen
That's a real rock and hard
place. Enter comedy.
Yeah.
Enter jokes. I've seen like women start barking at men when they like catcall them on like little videos online. I saw a woman the other day, like she was walking past a construction site and a bunch of men were yelling at her. And then she was like, sorry, I don't have any change, guys. And all of the men around like the one guy who's catcalling her were like laughing and pointing at him because she roasted him. I'm like, this is a thing. Comedy can be fun. It can make
it's like
people
going
laugh.
for the leg sweep.
Dude, yeah. Because also it throws people off because they're expecting an FU. They're expecting an ignoring.
Man, I love a good third way.
And it's a way to gain power back.
A dichotomy.
Yes.
No, other thing.
Exactly, dude. So yet again, a way for like if a woman's walking down the street and a group of men are harassing her, those men are in power inherently. If she cracks a little whip and says, oh, just kidding, I don't have any change, guys, sorry, that's taking the power back from that situation in a way that keeps her physically safe and also makes all the guys laugh.
Yeah.
What a win.
Yeah, what a win.
It also makes you think, probably, I'm guessing, if you're a guy doing that, think a little bit harder about what you just said.
I would
being
like to have
ostracized in public by some stranger.
I'd have to like have a certain amount of hope in my fellow men out there.
Yeah.
That if that situation happens to you guys, take a deep think. Yeah. Because you're acting a fool.
And I'm always saying that.
And you're gonna, the real boys are like, don't do that. Don't be weird. Yeah. I've been in that situation a couple of times. Yeah. Where I've been like around sort of like in tangentially like friendly areas with guys who like will say basically essentially catcall. Yes. And it is like we just gotta lock in and be like, hey man,
that's not cool, man.
Why are you doing that? Stop that and go away. Yeah. And I guess that's a pretty good way to...
You're in a position where you're able to do that, but oftentimes like women in that situation.
Exactly.
So that's why the comedy of it's cool. Because like if you throw out a little confusing joke or a little jab or roast them back in a way that you get the power back, it's like, hell yeah, dude. Also believe that.
It is my privilege, frankly, that I can just like look at a guy and just be like, do not do that. And not have to worry about getting like beat on or anything.
Exactly. Or like followed or And that's kind of the crux of what I'm trying to say here is like in that anecdote is that when you're an oppressed person and you know that explicitly stating what is wrong with the oppression you're facing or explicitly talking back to your oppressor would put you at tangible risk. Cracking a joke means to an end. Like making a joke, you still get to say what you think, what you feel, how it's affecting you, but you're safe. And sometimes, as we were just saying, it's received better by people and they can take that on in a new way, internalize it in a new way that maybe they don't have access to, and if it came in a different medium.
Make light,
Reveal
baby. Reveal light. Shine a light on a new way.
Yeah, more ways than one for sure.
Oh man, that's sick.
Isn't it?
I've never thought about this. You've revealed so much to me in
Thank
this
you.
episode.
I love to pattern recognize.
We love a little intertextual. This episode's a real Gesamtkunstwerk for sure.
Yes.
Fonny.
Oh yeah. Anyways, there's just so many cool ways to do that, and I read an article recently about a journalist in Palestine who was talking about the different ways that folks there are using humor right now, whether it's like making jokes with each other about like how their house has never looked better, or like mothers cracking the types of jokes that can only like really be revealed in like such harsh oppression and conditions, and how like in situations like that human beings need to hold on to the light, as you were saying, in order to survive. So even in that instance, it's better for the person experiencing a hardship to be able to make light of a situation than to like be like, wow, when you really break it down, this is horrible. Being able to be like, hey, everything, like making jokes is so important for your own well-being as well, and wellness. And like we were saying earlier, there's
sanity.
It's
you need to be sane if you want to make change.
Yeah.
Can't go into the dark. What's
Totally.
that poem? There's that poem about like don't go into the dark night. Don't go into the dark night rises. Or whatever.
It's not sparking any.
Ugh, dang it! I'm sure the listeners are
listeners
they're kicking
Google
their
that.
transmitters right now. They're
Yeah.
You're thinking of this one poem about not going into the dark night or whatever and fighting against the deafening darkness of the night. Something to that effect. IDK.
Yeah.
But yeah, a good way to
I'm
not
there.
go into the dark is to, make light. Use the jokes.
Well, yeah. And I think a lot of people assume that, like, when I think about, like, the large cultural context of how people look at laughter and comedy in the dark, like, I think a lot of people assume that people use humor as, like, a coping mechanism to avoid pain.
Uh-huh.
Would you venture to agree?
Yeah.
Like, I think a lot of people think laughter is a means to avoid and ignore pain, but I think it's actually a way to survive it.
Address and
survive it, yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah, or even to like viscerally experience it in the same way that like crying is an emotive way to experience emotions, laughing is too.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
That's facts.
Facts, man. Yeah, we're not, I think in the same way, like when people make jokes about serious situations, it's like a way to point to the absurdity of like, why are we doing this? How did we get here? What's the point of this like suffering and pain, as opposed to like making fun of a situation, if that makes sense. Although there's obviously like exceptions to the rule. And like I was saying earlier, I haven't quite figured out how I feel about this angle yet, but like a lot about conservative comedy and how they are saying that like comedy is dead and no one's allowed to make jokes anymore, and like, oh, cancel culture. And it's like, girl, maybe you're just not that good at making jokes, or like maybe you should punch up one time in your life. I don't know. If you already have power over the person you're making a joke about, it's not that funny, because comedy is inherently political, and laughing is an act of I'm in power now, I'm taking that power back. So if
It just doesn't work simply on like effectiveness,
on an effectiveness scale
level.
I mean, I'm not a comedian, but you are, hey listener, if you're a comedian, if you enjoy the art of comedy, let me know what you think about the state of conservative comedy in today's society, because that's something I'm still I'm still rolling around marbles in my brain about this one and where it fits into the whole picture. Especially because they like to act like they're being censored in a way that like comedy probably is about to be censored in this way, but they're acting like all the Democrats and such.
Yeah, those famously in power guys.
Yeah, famously guys who
and even
love
when they are in power, those famously doing things.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Now, look at this. I just did the thing that you were talking about at the top of the show. Just saying things that are true. Saying things as though they're true and they're not.
Yes.
Not to give away the game.
Not to give away the game, but yeah. I don't know. I'm still mulling over how that piece fits in, but all I know is that actually there's only one other piece of that I've been thinking about, is specifically with irony, and how irony can kind of be missed by someone if they're not media literate in the same way that the person who's being ironic is. So for example, like Fight Club or like American Psycho.
Such an interesting text.
Yeah. So famously those are like parodies and those are famously satirizations of like toxic masculinity. Fight Club and American Psycho, both their books and their movies. And
true,
when you're not media literacy up in the same way that you should be to consume that content,
not thinking about it too
hard. when you're just looking at a thing and taking it at face value, that humor can be missed and taken as literal, and I think is being taken as literal by a lot of young boys out there.
Word.
So there is this weird threshold where like, how do you balance it in a way that the jokes you're making about serious things, in a way to critique them, in a way to take power back over oppressive systems, how do you make sure the message is received in a good way? Is the misinterpretation of it harmful? I don't know. These are things I'm thinking about as I analyze humor myself.
As you start filming production on Fight Club 2 tomorrow. You assemble quite an impressive
Unironically, I will admit to my dear listeners right now that I'm starting a Substack for my own personal desires.
Very good.
So
I'll be there.
all of these notes are definitely as a result of me like coming up with ideas, thinking about stuff and things. So
Awesome.
I'm genuinely asking the audience to tell Wizard what they think about conservative comedy.
Yeah, reach out.
And irony, misinterpretation.
Wizard at thepassionShow.ca. You can email me. Isn't that fun? I've made that nice little
I'm
email.
so happy that you have an email.
Email's the best. I don't tell people to go to the socials anymore. Just go to thepassionShow.ca. It's got everything
Call
you need.
in. And by call in, I mean email.
You can get in touch, passionShow.ca. ThepassionShow.ca.
And tell me what you think about the misinterpretation of irony and conservative comedy.
True.
All my homies love it.
All right. We're almost at the end of the show. We've got 5 more minutes, I would say.
5 more minutes.
How much more notes you got there?
Honestly, I kind of... Not a lot.
She says, rifling through multiple pieces.
Well, this is, like I said, this multifaceted notes.
I gotcha.
Yeah, I think, like, if I were to say anything else, it would be that you should make jokes about stuff that bothers you. You should point out things that aren't okay. And comedy is, like, anyone can do it. It's kind of awesome.
True. You are a comedian.
Yes, anyone can make a joke. Anyone can point and laugh. And we should keep doing that for as long as that is true to safely do. Because who knows what could happen in the next 5 years, guys. All I'm saying is make jokes, point out bad stuff. You laugh at things that take power from you, because that's how you get that power back. When you point at the absurdity of what's going on in the world, make it known.
Make light,
dude. Make light. Yeah, I think it's so important to do that. And whether it's like literally through, I don't know, absurdity, irony, wordplay, puns, like they literally banned.
If you want to be Horatio or if you want to be Johnny
Juvenile,
it's up to
either
you.
way, like comedy is inherently political. Laughter and laughing is good for you and for the world, and you should do it more. And Aristotle would say that too.
Dude, just like Aristotle. Aristotle's a smart guy.
Yeah.
R.I.P.
And the last thing I'll say is that recently China banned puns.
What?
On like social media and news. You can't make wordplay and puns. So like throughout history, different systems of organized power have been saying stop making jokes, and there's a reason. So we have to keep making jokes.
Have to resist.
Make jokes, laugh with your friends, be funny, and listen to other people make jokes too, because
tune into funny radio shows like this.
Tune into funny radio shows. Think about the stuff you look at, and make your friends laugh, because you got to make light.
That's beautiful.
Yeah. Anything else?
I have a question. We've got a couple minutes yet.
Yeah.
What is the funniest movie you ever seen?
Oh my god.
I got one.
That's a really hard question.
The funniest movie I've ever seen is this little number called Wet Hot American Summer.
That is a good one.
Because that movie makes light of an experience that you and I were both
That's true.
Enlightened and also traumatized by, of working at a children's summer camp. And it's also just psychotically hilarious.
And you're correct. And famously, there's a lot of comedies about workplace oppression.
Yeah, for real. Office Space,
I was
that's
just gonna say
another
that.
really funny movie.
The thing that's coming to the top of the dome right now is The Death of Stalin.
Oh my god.
Famously great political satire.
I saw that movie in the theater when it came out back when I lived in London. That is a very good movie, based on a graphic novel.
Or
as real normal people call them, a big comic book.
And that movie was banned in Russia.
Yeah, that scams.
Because satire is powerful, and pointing out systematic issues within powerful governance is powerful. And tongue-in-cheek little jokes about like putting lamps on chairs instead of running society, funny.
I really like that they're all British.
Yes, it's actually they're not all British. Some of them are American.
Really?
It's just they all talk in their native dialect, if you will, and that's beautiful.
It's so fun.
And famously, like there's a lot of satire within political corruption, so it's always funny. But I don't even know if that's the funniest movie I've ever seen. It's just thoughtful and interesting. The one that came to the dome, if you will.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's a good example. Do you like how do you feel about The Simpsons? We're almost out of time.
I love The Simpsons.
Nice, me too.
I'm surprised. I'm not surprised, but they somehow predict the future every time.
That's true. Who's your favorite non-Simpsons family character? Or maybe even top 3? Top 3 Simpsons characters.
I'm just gonna say Ned Flanders because I think he's a really good portrayal of something that needs to be satirized, which is evangelicals.
Yeah, real. We love Flanders. He's a creature.
Yeah. And on that note, everybody, also, I would say that you should consume comedy. You should consume comedy that points up and not down.
Yeah, word. That's when The Simpsons is at its best.
Exactly.
My favorite is man, that's a tough question. I asked a question I don't think I can answer.
I know that I had trouble with that one. If I'm
maybe
being so
like
honest.
I do love a Mo.
Mo is good.
I love a Mo. I love a Principal Skinner.
Principal Skinner's good.
You know, I love a.
Dear listener,
what a beautiful
email Wizard and let him know what's your favorite Simpsons character that isn't in the immediate nuclear family.
That isn't in the Simpsons family. You are allowed to say Grandpa if you want, even though he is a Simpson.
Well, he's in the immediate. Well, I guess it's extended.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, that makes sense.
All right, this was a good passion show.
This was a great passion
We're
show.
at the end of the passion show now. Summer.
Yeah.
SOM3R.
SOM3R.
We've done it again. Another hit.
Another one.
You know what we do at the end of the show. I don't need to explain it. How about I'll just say what I'm grateful for. I'm grateful for the wind. I'm grateful for the clouds. I'm grateful for the rain. I'm grateful for the Hermosa River. I'm grateful for love in all its forms. I'm grateful for windows and mirrors and doorways. And I'm grateful for Homer Simpson from The Simpsons.
Period.
I am complete. How about you?
I am grateful for people who are willing to crack a joke. I'm really grateful for people who sit at Thanksgiving dinner and make their families uncomfortable.
Oh God.
I'm really thankful for people who are willing to punch up. I'm really thankful for people who continue to see the beauty in life, the darker that it gets. And I'm really thankful for the weather today because it's a nice crisp 18 degrees, but it's sunny and you can just wear a sweater and it's nice out.
Yeah, it must suck to be in November right now.
I know. Also, bright sun till probably what time is it? Maybe 8 o'clock.
I think
yeah, and I'm also just grateful for passions because everyone's got them and yours should be shared on this show. You should email Wizard if you have a passion that you want to share.
Wizard at thepassionShow.ca. You heard it here first, folks. I have been Wizard.
I have been Summer.
And please remember, only love will stop the killing.
And laughter.
Only love will stop the killing.
Seul l'amour arrêtera le meurtre.
Only love.
Тільки кохання зупинить вбивство. Only love.
Only love.
Nur die Liebe wird das Töten beenden.
Only love will stop the killing.
Only love. Μόνο η αγάπη θα σταματήσει τον φόνο.
Only